Have you guys always been curious what's going on? Gluten intolerance, peanut allergies, dairy allergies? What is going on in our world? Do you even know what the allergies are? Do you understand what intolerance is? Hi, I'm Jaime Munson. I'm a health coach here at PartnerMD in our Midlothian, Virginia office. I wanted to take just a few minutes to kind of walk you through so it kind of makes a little bit more sense, and hopefully this is helpful for you. So when it comes to allergies, and then we have intolerances, what's really the difference? An allergy is a true immune response to a food. So take somebody who has a peanut allergy, for instance. They typically carry an EpiPen, don't they? Because they're literally going to have a severe reaction to this. They could break out in hives, their throat could close up, they could have vomiting when ingesting certain foods. So that's going to be an allergy. An intolerance isn't going to have quite that response. You may not feel comfortable, you may have some bloating, but you're not going to have that type of severe reaction from the body, but your body's just not quite digesting it correctly. There's kind of a little gap in here. So you'll hear people talk about like a gluten intolerance, and then you'll have celiac disease. So people with gluten intolerant can take some gluten in, but they're not going to have the same response as celiac. But then when it comes to lactose, we have people who respond a little differently with that. The thing is with dairy products, some people will lose, actually it's about 10% lose an enzyme that helps you break it down. So that is an intolerance. Your body actually cannot physically take care of the food that you're taking in. So that's kind of what's going on here. When it comes to more of mechanical type of stuff, this isn't an allergy, it's not an intolerance, but maybe you don't feel so great after eating something, and it could just be the food itself that makes you feel more bloated. Say when you eat a bunch of beans or something like that, maybe you get a little gassy and things like that, and some GI response. Just a normal response of breaking down that type of food, but doesn't mean you lack something to break it down. It doesn't mean you have a severe reaction when trying to ingest these foods. To really get down to what's going on is you would want to have a food allergy screen. Ask your physician to get a food allergy testing, and you can discuss that with your doctor to see if this is the right direction for you. It will help you give you a long list of foods that could be causing maybe just some sensitivities, which can make you feel a little worn and tired, maybe not feel so great. You may feel funny after eating foods. And if you're looking to heal that, feel better, it's a great idea to get screened so that we can figure out where it is. I also recommend elimination diet or food journaling. So elimination diet is just that. You eliminate certain foods out of your diet to get an idea of what's going on. What I suggest with my patients is actually keeping notes of what you eat and then how do you feel. And then you can hopefully start narrowing down what's going on, because sometimes with an intolerance, it may not show up in a screen depending on how much you take in. And I'll use myself as an example. Many years ago, probably about 10 years ago, I realized I wasn't digesting certain foods very well, and I didn't understand why. I've eaten sandwiches and subs, my entire life, and then I would go eat a certain food, and halfway through that product, I was getting abdominal pain and very uncomfortable. And it took me a while to realize what it was connected to. So had I jumped probably into a food journal, maybe I would have figured it out a little earlier, but didn't quite pinpoint it. It would happen at various times, wouldn't happen all the time. So again, I wasn't full on celiac, but I would sit in pain and bloat and feeling sharp pains in my stomach. And I was like, what is that? So it really does help to write things down so that you can really analyze what's going on with you, what's going on with your food. I do urge you to talk to your coaches about this so they can be a little bit more helpful. The more you clean up your nutrition though, the better you're gonna feel. I do urge people who have food sensitivities, lean more toward earth foods, whole foods, unless you have a specific allergy to, say tomatoes, things of that nature. That would be something we need to know. But at the end of the day, like leaning more toward whole foods is always a better option for your stomach as well. But again, this is where journaling and recording comes in so we can see consistency, tie in anything that could be possibly irritating you. So definitely reach out to your doctor, definitely reach out to your coach, see what avenue is best, have further discussion. So like the video, if this was helpful, leave any comments below. Continue to follow PartnerMD YouTube channel for more advice, more education, and look forward to talking to you guys again soon.